Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is DeFub21, and as per usual, I have a new video game trailer for you to look at, and for me to tell you what I think. This is a trailer for Shadow of War, the sequel to Shadow of Mordor, which is one of my favorite games of this current console generation. This is a bit of an interesting one. I can't be seeing it, unfortunately, with you at the same time you are, and then give you my instant reaction, because this is a multiple choice style or choose your own adventure style trailer, where at two separate points within the trailer you've got decisions to make and they affect the outcome of the story in the trailer and what's going on in the trailer. I've not seen this before in a video game trailer, so not that I can remember or that I'm aware of, so that's in of itself is kind of cool. But it means that I've wanted to give you the full coverage, so I've got all the endings that are the result of the choices you make and the choices you can make in this video you're about to see. So I've had to watch them all already, and then I've had to edit them and put them together. Oh, woe is me! But you're going to get first, you're going to see the whole trailer, and then you're going to see each of the different choices and what they lead to. So without further ado, let's take a look, and then I shall let you know what I think afterwards. Toodaloo for now.
The shadow of war spreads across Mordor. As an army of orcs amass under the rule of man.
Save my ranger! Save me, master! Over the walls!
Fortresses will fall. Powers will rise. Not only upon the clashing of blades or the spilling of blood, but upon the choices you'll make.
Master! Don't leave me here! Face me, talk! Help me, bright lord! Save me, master! The ranger wants to play, does he?
You've proven yourself valuable. How would you serve me?
Make me overlord, and these walls will tower over the corpses of our enemies. Make me your spy. I like to be fiendish. Make me your bodyguard, and no blade will ever harm you. Bodyguard, then.
My bodyguard it is. Don't fail me. Our lives depend on it.
Where you go, I go. Never will you walk alone. Make me your spy. I like to be fiendish. Send me into the arms of our enemies, and we'll devour them from the inside.
May the shadows be your friend. Don't forget to return from them.
return, Master, with all sorts of secrets for you. Make me overlord, and these walls will tower over the corpses of our enemies.
This fortress is yours to rule. Keep these walls safe.
I will be here, watching over your fortress, bright lord. Come on, Manfilth! I won't forget this, Manfilth! Hello, Ranger!
I thought I killed you, Noruk.
On a die so easy, mugget! I won't forget this. Traitor! I'm gonna kill you dead! I'll be back for you, swine! You're wondering what happened to the gang you sent after me. Let's just say, I left some room for you. I'll be back for you, swine! Your flames couldn't finish me, filthy Ranger. And they won't be able to protect you, either. I'll be back for you, swine! Your puppet couldn't kill me, little dog. He only made me stronger.
Well, there you go. This was a bit of a task for me. I had to go through every single last permutation to get them. Well, there weren't that many, but it was certainly a lot more time-consuming. Get recording them all and each ending and each way of getting to it. than would be typical of just downloading a video from the source and looking at it and telling you what I think about it. But as the trailer goes, it gets the idea, basically the kind of the core idea of the Nemesis system. Very much gets that in place. In other words, where in this case you can save one of your own men, and if you don't, he will be. If you do save him, he will be grateful to you. You may well be able to he might get level up or whatever, promoted, whatever. You can assign him a mission like protecting one of your bases, or protect you personally as a bodyguard, or go spy on an enemy of your choice. Or if you abandon him to his fate, he may well survive anyway and then try and kill you. And if you try and send off some of your underlings to kill him, they may well fail, and he may become more powerful as a result and end up gunning for you, and you can end up running into him when it least suits you to run into him. Again, the Nemesis system was really what AI system, which basically controlled the enemy commanders and the equivalent of generals, kind of colonels, captains and lieutenants in the previous game, Shadow of Mordor, which is really what kind of that special sauce that differentiated from pretty much any other open world sandbox game. Not just have been released up until then, but it's been released since. No one has copied the Shadow of Mordor Nemesis system in any way at all. Either developers on publishing games at the same publisher or anyone else, certainly so far. And the Nemesis system is kind of it is genuinely one of the few things we've seen in games this generation, apart from graphics, that really wasn't possible on the last gen hardware. So I'm very kind of interested in this game. My finances, combined with the fact that I've got quite a backlog of games I need to get through, means I may not buy it at launch. But this is a game I'm definitely very, very much interested in. And even with all the DLC microtransactions nonsense that Warner Brothers, is the publisher, is putting into this game, it's still something I'm really, really, really interested in. As far as the trailer is concerned, live action trailers are in the video game industry, they're rare enough, and ones that are clearly done to a really high standard in terms of production value are even rarer again. So in that respect, the trailer is cool, and again, it gets across the idea of the Nemesis system very, very effectively, or at least part of the Nemesis system very, very effectively. Again, because it's a choose your own adventure type trailer where you've got choices you can make that affect the ending. You can't simply download it off YouTube or any other source, and that like I would typically do with trailers I'm going to review in these videos. So I had to ghetto screen capture it using OBS. So if you saw my taskbar and the rest of Internet Explorer around the edges, I apologize, but there's not much I could really do about that. So again, pretty cool. It's both in terms of the production values, and they would go down this way with this multiple choices allowing you to affect the ending of the trailer, and it does very effectively get across kind of in a base way how the Nemesis system does and can work. So that in itself is pretty damn cool. So I think this is a very good trailer. As a result, again, no gameplay, and gameplay is always king in trailers as far as I'm concerned. But this is, it's again, live action is not the same as FMV, pre-rendered FMV sequences. So if I have the choice between, again, actual gameplay or a trailer but rendered in engine, or again either a pre-rendered CGI FMV trailer or a live action trailer like this, if they're as good as this one is, I'd much rather have the live action over the pre-rendered CGI. But again, gameplay is king, and that'll be my number one choice. But as a live action trailer, and as a trailer in general, getting the idea of the Nemesis system across, it's very, very good, and the production qualities are very, very good as well. So again, hopefully this will hype people for the game, and hopefully it turns out to be very good, and the whole microtransactions nonsense that Warner Brothers is stuffing into it doesn't compromise and or damage the game in any meaningful or not so meaningful ways. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the trailer in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the microtransactions in Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, in the comments. If for some strange reason you have not yet liked my video, please do so. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. Oh, and I'll be right now you should be seeing my handle on Twitter. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. I'm trying to do more of the social networking stuff, retweeting other stuff from other people, and do game stuff and so on, games news and so on. So that should be my Twitter feed should be a useful supply of information for those who might be interested. And without further ado, again, like and subscribe for more content just like this. This is DeFub21 signing off. Toodaloo.